Hello and welcome to Total War Warhammer. We're out of Shogun 2 now, and I thought I'd start this series with a sort of unique battle, unlike any we've seen before. Today sees an interesting challenge. We asked what would happen if two drunk people, me, Resoula, playing as Warriors of Chaos, and Tea Master, playing as Warriors of Chaos, went up against one sober person and an AI. That would be DrDave playing as the Empire, and the dwarves are the AI. He chose the dwarves, of course, because they have the best defensive everything. Anyway, it's going to be pretty interesting. Some people don't like seeing battles versus AI, but I thought a sober man and an AI versus two drunk people, too drunk to strategize at this point, would be pretty funny. So, right off the bat, you see we're packing siege towers. Now, this is something we didn't see in Shogun 2, and I'll try to point out the differences between this and Shogun 2, since this is like a new series. There's no more just simply climbing up the walls with your bare hands. It's not really a thing anymore. So you need to bring siege equipment of some kind. For example, we have siege towers. So over here, I have a bunch of different units piled into the woods. Chosen, Chaos Knights, Chaos Warriors, a bunch of frontline melee infantry, and some cav, literally just stacked up here in a giant mosh. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not smart placement or a formation in the slightest. You're right, it's not. But in unit deployment in this game, the defenders can see where the attackers are placing their units. So I took every unit that wasn't in a siege tower that can be hidden. This Dragon Ogre Shaggoth cannot be hidden. Think of this as a mobile battering ram. And these Chaos Trolls that are armored can also not be hidden. Think of these as just really giant heavy infantry that don't like spears. All these units can be hidden. So I stacked them all right in the center here where they would be marked as you can see, hidden, in order to make it so Dave couldn't see the precise layout of my army, working with what little forest I had over here that was up close towards the gate. The reason I wanted to be up close towards the gate, by the way, because in Total War Warhammer, the fort towers are deadly. These things can shoot from one side of the map to the other, and they can literally whittle away a unit to having nothing. Like, you can save some elite units in the back, run them forward. By the time they actually get here, if the towers aren't yours, you will lose an excessive amount of units, even to, like, level 1 towers. And the towers go up to level 4. These are level 2 towers. So, it really changes the nature of the gameplay and how you have to act. The rest of my units are up here in the siege towers. All Chaos Warriors. Yeah, all Chaos Warriors. Think mid-tier frontline infantry, basically. Mid to high tier. I'd say mid-tier. T's over here with a similar army, although instead of frontline infantry, he went Forsaken. Think incredibly high DPS, but squishy as shit. He's got some Chosen, which are some, like, top-end sword and shield frontline infantry. Archers aren't going to do shit kind of setup over here. More chosen, and of course he's come with some flying units, some Chaos Feral Manticores, and his Lord, the Chaos Sorcerer. Now this game has magic unlike Shogun 2, so you're gonna see some flashy shit happening. The Manticores are kinda DPS-y, not really tanky, really good at getting into a certain area, taking down certain opponents, or just wreaking havoc and not dying as fast as, say, bats. Over here on the defensive side, already got some Free Company Militia. These are like, they have pistols and short swords. Not the longest range, but they're versatile units up here, already lying wait. Interesting how many he put up here. The dwarves also have a whole array of units. Longbeards, these are some frontline melee units that actually inspire other units around them. Flagellants, I think these are like DPS. An elite unit here now. You see this little purple symbol up here? This means these guys are unbreakable. They will never run away. You have to kill every last one of them to win. Or capture the point. Oh, and we can see we got some dwarf artillery back here. Field gun, both are, of course, dwarves, guys. Dwarves are the best siege, like defensive siege units in the game. They have the best artillery, and there's a reason why Dave wanted these on his side. But without spending too much more time on this, Carl, friends, let's get into it. Let's just get right into the battle. And you'll notice we're already taking fire from the stupidly, unnecessarily overpowered towers that this game has. Our towers are already moving in. Hopefully not going to lose any right off the bat. They'll always tend to shoot at what's in front of them before anything else. So it's good to place things you want to get hit up front. Classic tactics of having infantry follow behind the towers so that they don't get hit by anything. The towers take the brunt of the fighting. Here I go. I'm running forward. My Dragon Ogre Shagoth. Look at this guy. Running him right into the fucking breach. Literally. We're going to be taking on this tower. Sorry. Taking on this gate. And this game, you can knock down gates without... Oh, look, he just lost a tower. You can knock down gates without battering rams or without fire bombs. In this, if you have monsters, the monsters can knock down the gate for you. 12% damage to the gate already. 8% to the gatehouse itself. You don't want to have the gatehouse itself knocked down necessarily when you have units underneath it. He is now running units up top to meet my landing units. Let's see if we can get some nice... Here we go, here we go. Here comes the Chaos Warriors. And there you go, right into the flagellants. Already buffing themselves. It's been a while since I played a lot of this game, so I'm not 100% savvy on what they're doing. This is an elite unit, so I'm just going to guess they buffed themselves rather than receiving magical aid. Nothing to meet these guys over here. More of my warriors jumping right into the flagellants. Look at this shit. Now, you'll notice this game's a lot less based on having enemies or units duel each other. More on just goddamn brutal fucking chaos and blood everywhere. It's great. And the gate has been opened. I moved up my Chaos Trolls armored up here and already starting to take some arrow fire by the Empire crossbowmen. And immediately I'm running all my monsters back and hiding them in this corner. My more elite infantry, the Chosen, as you can see, like the most elite infantry I have, but they're already taking some damage from these towers. Again, these towers are overpowered. And I'm still hiding some back here. More Chosen, some Chaos Knights, and Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, my lord himself. But 4 Chosen units running up here. I have a plan. But right here, the dwarves with their elite Iron Breakers throwing firebombs up. Fuck, camera. Throwing firebombs up onto my Chaos Warriors. And look at this. Like, destroying the entire fucking unit. Swarming in on them. I just lost an entire Chaos Warrior unit. It's absolutely insane. These guys aren't having much more luck themselves. Let's take a look at what's happening on the other side of the battle. Dwarf warriors over here. T getting hit hard on the walls, similarly to me. Look at this pretty hectic battle we have. Oh, he's landed the Feral Manticores on the walls, which you can barely see with all the effects. Feral Manticores landed on the walls, providing support to his DPS units against the Empire's units. I believe, what did the Empire bring? Swordsman, Spearman, really interesting. Lower tier units, I expected great swords. And the Rangers think like those Free Company militia over here. In combat with Forsaken, those Forsaken are gonna lose this battle though. I'm moving the rest of my Chosen up, escorting Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. The rest of my Chosen have charged forward into the breach. And the Chaos Warriors, the Chaos Trolls, and my big boy, let's call him, up here, are right through the breach, meeting the enemy in close quarters combat. I'm trying to get this guy to charge through the enemies, running over them. Look at this, right into the crossbowmen who were opening fire on my units from the side up here. Really good move by them, but I needed to silence them. So here we go. Getting in there, and look how many we are just taking down just like that. Units like this are insane, and if you don't have spearmen to deal with them, they're hard to take down. I'm slaughtering his crossbowmen, and he has more crossbowmen that he moved back wisely to fire into them, because that's also a pretty effective tactic. Let's take a look back in the front here. As we see, we actually have Thorgrim Grudgebearer, the Dwarf Lord, is up here. The Lords are very important. You want to make sure you don't, like, lose your Lords or anything. Let's take a look, by the way. Now, I'm not sure when he did this, but he decided to fly, Tea Master decided to fly one of his Manticores and his Lord into the rear of the enemies, into the victory point. Take this and we win, essentially. And he's now taking down the artillery to the best of his ability. They're going to have a hard time against the Chaos Lord himself. Let's take a look back at my front lines. The Grudgebearer, the Lord of the Dwarves himself, has moved forward to try to take on my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. And I see everything that's happening. He's even moving Spearmen over here. Now, that's a nightmare for my Shaggoth. I'm running him just way out, running these Chaos Warriors down to try to intercept, protect him. Other Chaos Warriors rushing forward to try to hold the attention of these units. Here I go, being all cheesy, just trying to keep him out of reach of the spears, luring his Spearmen into the Chaos Warriors themselves, and it seems to have succeeded. Otherwise, more Chaos Warriors. The Chosen, I haven't actually charged a lot of them in. Some of them I put up onto the walls somewhere, I believe. Where? I'm pretty sure there's somewhere on the walls somewhere. Here? No? No? Maybe? Oh, maybe not. Even more dwarf reinforcements are now leaving T's side of the battle and heading to me. And resultingly, as you see, T, who is winning his battle on the walls and has charged units through the gate, I believe? No! This is all an attack through the walls. Down from the walls is now overwhelming DrDave's units over here. And there's not much DrDave can do against the Forsaken. I mean, look at these guys. Look at these fucking heavy DPS, scary-ass motherfuckers. He's just tearing through them. They're all retreating. All the Empire forces over here are retreating, and most of the dwarves have decided I'm the bigger threat and have come over here to stop all of my shenanigans. My Dragon Ogre Shaggoth focusing on taking down all the crossbowmen. I just didn't want his crossbowmen really... Oh my god. What the hell was that? I think that was some weird ass graphical glitch. Alright. Going back against Thorgrim Grudgebearer now. I think mainly just trying to get the fuck out of there, because I know he can't beat Thorgrim Grudgebearer. And I see the Dwarf Warriors coming this way. I want to take down these Spearmen. While my Shaggoth isn't... Oh, okay, never mind. I changed my mind last minute. I decided to bring it back to the front, because I noticed how the battle was going. And I wanted to get all of the Chaos Warriors out of the gate and moving forward. Hidden foes being uncovered by T's units. Looks like T's push here hasn't really worked out. That's a dead Manticore. Hopefully not a Lord. Karl Franz himself is back here defending the point, but a rush of Forsaken is coming forward. He's having a lot better luck moving forward than I am, with still some... actually, DrDave's moving the rest of his units back from here, except for these Flagellants. And these Free Company Militia. And the rest of the Dwarves units are taking on me up at the gate, stopping me from getting forward and helping my ally, which can be a good idea. Is it in this case? I'm really not sure, but I'm now focusing everything up here to try to take down these units, even my fucking Shaggoth, all these frontline melee infantry. My Chaos Trolls are scattered up here as well. But we got some unbreakable units. We got quite a lot of unbreakable units. Pretty much all the Dwarves' unbreakable units are up here. And as a result, there's not much I can do to break through here in a timely manner. I just have to tear them down, whittle their numbers to 0. And that's going to take a while, even with everything I have up here. Let's take a look over here. Finally taking down these Spearman shields with my Chaos Warriors. Look at how bloody, like, everyone is, by the way. I have the Blood and Gore DLC. Someone gifted it to me a long time ago. So, this is an excessive amount of blood, and you will not see this in the base release of the game. None of my units are back here, but Dave's retreating all of his units back here. But is it gonna get there in time? As we see, the swordsmen up here are pretty much all that's left defending this area. He has Karl Franz, but Karl Franz isn't exactly in the victory point. The rest of the units are all breaking or too far away. And now these swordsmen are breaking themselves. It mainly comes down to Karl Franz over here now, the Lord of the Empire. Both the dwarves and DrDave have their lords up, but as you see with the balance of power, it looks, and the fact that we own the point and are now ticking down the clock, it's looking like the drunk duo of me and T might end up winning here. As you see, we only have 20 seconds left before the battle ended. 20 seconds left. Dwarves getting cut off by, looks like Tea Master's chosen units. T has dominated the victory point, and there you go. There you go. And that's it. Let's end the replay. 2 drunk guys have beaten 1 sober man and an AI. Look at the AI actually didn't suffer as many losses, but much more in the way of elite units. So only had half the numerical mass that DrDave had. But similar army setups to us in terms of numbers. Now the defenders, they actually they had less points to bring stuff overall compared to us. But they still managed to bring crazy amounts of units and crazy tiers of units as well. It's actually pretty impressive. As we see over here, the way the kills went, my frontline infantry, some of them did insanely fucking well. Look at this. 184 kills by 1 unit, 125, 97. These were the guys that were up front in the charge at first that didn't get taken out by dwarven firebombs. Tea Master over here with his Forsaken Charge. Look at the DPS heavy motherfuckers. Look how many kills these guys brought in. Charging it all the way home. Even the Manticores. Look, he definitely came in with more kills than I did, which makes sense. I even lost more because I was fighting this battle of attrition up at a gate. It was unfortunate, and the AI chose to focus most of his stuff on me till the very end. And Dave did as well focus stuff on me until it was pretty much too late, and Tea Master got to, I don't know why I'm so bad with names today, Tea Master got to charge through, take the victory point, and there was nothing anyone could do about it at that time. Let's take a look at DrDave's army. Not much in the way of kills, if I'm being honest. The best units in terms of kills were 1 Free Company Militia and his only Regiment of Renown. That's an elite unit. Karl Franz himself barely got any kills or usage, but I think he was used to take down a Manticore, which is a good achievement in itself. He was much more focused on holding lines as he could, but he didn't set up the proper formations. He didn't necessarily have the best unit composition. Like, this many Free Company Militia is a bit redundant. The dwarves brought, let's see, a wide variety of units, and I dare say the dwarves used them pretty well. Look at this. These are the Ironbreakers that threw the firebombs on me. Pretty insane, but of course the performance of the AI doesn't matter the most here. But as you can see, the AI did perform pretty damn well. Pretty damn well for the units he brought. Very good performance, and again, he held me at the gate for the entire battle. I could have rushed past him with my monsters, but I wanted to take my time and make sure I didn't incur any unnecessary losses. But as it stands, 2 drunk guys have won the offensive battle over 1 sober Dave and an AI. That was a lot of fun. We actually streamed this battle. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys like this game. It's a lot faster paced, but we got some more battles. I have 1 more AI battle I want to show, honestly, but plenty of PvP battles already recorded as well. And we're going to keep going through. We are now on Total War Warhammer. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.